Perfect. Welcome back to this new YouTube video. In this one, I will show you an interesting technique that it's one of the last ones added into this malware development technique database. That it's this one from here, a custom load library function. Okay, so let's jump to it. Perfect. Basically, as the description says, this technique loads a DLL by directly calling undocumented LdrLoadDll plus RtlInitUnicodeString from ntdll, okay, completely bypassing the standard LoadLibrary API, okay. Basically, that's the goal of this technique. The goal of this technique is perform the same operations than the LoadLibrary function that basically loads a DLL, a module, into your process, but instead of call the LoadLibrary function, we are just trying to do the same steps that this function does internally in the Windows operative system, okay? And that's basically using these two functions from the ntdll, okay? Perfect. So basically, the steps are simple. First of all, we start getting a handle to this, to the DLL, to the ntdll, using the h module with the, using the get module handle function, okay? And this will return a handle module, this one from here, a handle module, to this ntdll function, okay? After this, we resolve the address of the RtlInitUnicodeString, okay, using the typical get process address, passing the handle returned by the previous function, the get module handle function, okay? After this, we convert white character DLL path to Unicode string structure. And then we just need to resolve the other address, okay, the address of the LdrLoadDll function, and finally call the internal loader function directly, okay? So basically the function are less than 10 lines of code, are so simple, but it's important to understand what it's doing. So let's jump to the virtual machine and let's see this in action. Perfect, so here we have the code, okay? First of all, we need these two type declarations, okay? We are defining the LdrLoadDll function and the RtlInitUnicodeString, okay? Perfect. In the main function, we just call this my LoadLibrary function that basically loads this DLL into our process, okay? So basically, in this case, we just wanna check if we have this DLL in their path. In this case, this is C users public, and here we have a dummy DLL, okay? Perfect. We will add get char here to stop the execution, and then if we check this function, basically does the following things. We start getting a handle to the ntdll module. We resolve the address of the RtlInitUnicodeString and the LdrLoadDll, okay? When this is done, we call the RtlInitUnicodeString, passing two things. We just need to pass the structure, the Unicode string, where we're going to store our string formatted, okay, with the correct format, and then the string to format. In this case, this pointer from here, okay? So we just pass this, and this will fill this structure, this Unicode string variable, with the value of this path converted in the correct format for the following function, okay? And then we just need to resolve the LdrLoadDll and call it. We just call with the first parameter as a null, okay, that it's the path to file, okay, then the flags to 0, and then the Unicode string that it's the module file name. Basically, it's important to set here the structure of the the Unicode string with the DLL correctly formatted, okay? And basically, the last parameter is the handle to this module. In this case, we are passing the a null handle, okay? And this basically will return empty status, okay? Then we can check here with a correct error handling that it's not added into this code, but it's important, okay? Maybe with Copilot, that's it, perfect, great. And when this is done, we just return the handle retrieved by the module. So basically, this function internally loads the DLL that receives as a Unicode string to this process, and then returns the handle to this module, to this handle module. In this case, it's a normal handle, but you can do the same things, okay, with both structures, and then just return it. And if the handle have a value, in this case, in the DLL variable, it's that the library is loaded. Okay, so basically, let's add the get char here, and let's check if this is loaded, if the DLL is loaded. So let's wait a second. Perfect, the code is executing. We see this DLL loaded. I'm just here. This is the message from the DLL. But if you want to make sure that this DLL is working, this DLL loading is working, you can search for this process. This process is named W. This one from here. You can go with the system informer application. You can go to modules, and here you can search for our DLL, dummy.dll. That it's the one that we have here, that we are loading using this my LoadLibrary custom function. Okay, so perfect. That's an interesting technique to evade hooks that can be placed via antivirus or security products in this function, that they are trying to monitor if you are loading a DLL. So basically, you can evade this hook into the LoadLibrary function, okay? Not in the LdrLoadDll, that is the most probably one to contain a hook, but you are evading the hook of LoadLibrary WinAPI function, okay? So perfect. Let's jump to the next function.